Now from the banks of the Ohio River, we welcome you to Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go here in Cincinnati. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
Just enough to make it real for me.
Set to go now on first and 10. They'll throw to begin with Purdy. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle.
With the Lions and the Bears, that offensive coordinator juice just gets the quarterback in their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Here's Simpkins and 3 to go. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten away, but it will set up third down.
Can't touch me. Can't touch me. Can't touch me. Special ones.
They need 2. Here's Purdy. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. Really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Pick up of the 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Niners first down.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down a ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
This is intercepted. That's the linebacker, Logan Wilson. Great field position right around midfield.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Got
Play action now. It's Burrow. And this ball batted away and incomplete. Tarvarius Ward able to get the hand in there and make the play. We'll try again. It's second and 10.
MT. 11 MT. 12. Shot.
off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll air one out for Higgins. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Here we go.
Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts.
On one, ready?
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11, 11, 11.
Higgins sent in motion.
Stop.
Burrow throwing on fourth down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete. And they turn it over on downs.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
They'll start this one with a three tight end look. They'll run here with McCaffrey. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and peak the ambition. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47, -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
No, we changed it.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson.
Damn.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Henry running right. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they go to work on a 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Second and goal from inside the 5. This time Jackson will throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A huge win defensively there on the sack, setting him back 12 yards. And now third and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Isaiah Likely, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And able to get this out to the 25. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Purdy looking to throw. Open man is Jerome Jennings. Now inside the 25. Jerome Jennings. Touchdown. 49ers. Jerome Jennings. 76 yards. And the 49ers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They go play action now. Jackson flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. He's into space past the 25. And finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. To throw is Jackson. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers will take over possession here up at the 44.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. There he goes left side. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, 56 yards. And the 49ers will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Jake Moody now for the point after. And it's up and good to extend the lead to 13-6. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a one-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about the defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. That one outrun and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point, the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach said, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, second and goal. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he gets him a little bit closer and takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. Able to punch it in on third down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Purdy will throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his right. To the right side into the hands of Flowers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Now it's 2nd and 10. The toss right to Henry. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 41. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. A 1st down carry for Henry. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. A 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. This one wound up being intercepted. That's why they burned some clock now with McCaffrey. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Take the chance there. This one wound up being intercepted. That's why they burned some clock now with McCaffrey.
That's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big play, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. This one wound up being intercepted. That's why they burned some clock now with McCaffrey.
Keep picking up good yardage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. Jennings. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Purdy. The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a Niners first down. And that ought to be the one that seals the victory. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Purdy now to throw. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
The ball was tipped and fell incomplete, but it was tipped up in the air, so the guys on defense, they had to feel like that was a big opportunity, and it was missed. They needed a play to help turn things around a little bit. Ball's in the air. Can they rally to it and get it? On that play, they weren't able to. They'll take the ball, bat it away, but boy, they missed a big chance there.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing here, Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And Kittle going to have a as he'll take this down inside the 45.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This 2nd and 4.
At the Dolphins' 37-yard line.
Now Purdy. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Wide open receiver complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards the final tally.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
McCaffrey on the toss right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Let's go.
Again, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it, and that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And he returns this to the 22. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
20, TX.
Now Tua. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill.
It's Jair Brown who's got it.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
Dolphins nothing.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. As they come up now 2nd and goal.
Again, McCaffrey. But he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Purdy from the gun. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Niners go up by 2 touchdowns. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Here is 3rd and 5. Play action. Now it's Tua. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for 28 yards.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Up the middle, Achane. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Second down and 4. Now a toss right side. Achane with it. Pushing through the contact. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Hey, come on, 2. Come on, 2. Come on, 2.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Here's Purdy. Rolling to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes. I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Purdy looking to throw. To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So what a play there in the final minute of this first half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room, no points on the board, not playing well defensively, deflated, and now things may have changed for them.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make our score 14-7. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
And no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And it's going to be caught. Not sure why they went for two, but they do get it. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
All right, let's go, man.
Certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope.
Let's go, man.
It's like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive.
All right.
Because then you give them
You think
a
so?
chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal.
You think so?
Calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit. But he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his
I'm gonna talk when I ain't know it.
Give defensive credit. Coverage is in lockdown mode everywhere.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's see what you got.
Deep for Hill.
Come on, give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Diamond no.
And the 49ers will take
I tell you, boy.
shy of the 30.
It's Diamond no, boy.
Big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The 49er offense set to get this drive.
You like Miami Dolphins, man?
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
Hey, Miami Dolphins, your team.
After the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
It's a 5-yard game, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
I'm a dog in this, man.
Just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
I'm a dog now.
Purdy bootlegging it.
I'm a dog. I'm a dog.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. That close on third down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on third and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league.
Let's go, man.
You're able to throw the ball on any down and distance. But
Hey, some good defense now.
I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And he will be knocked down,
Yeah.
but he will have the first down.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
From the 43, here's second down and 8. They go play action here. Purdy.
Oh, shit. Fuck.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Genius. Oh, hell no.
The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
Purdy on 4th down.
Here's all.
That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida. And he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket.
Shit.
Continues. Interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
20 TX.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
Get that shit out of here.
Knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Here's 2nd and 10.
Turbo 3, kick. Turbo 1, high.
Off a play action, Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Wait a minute.
They'll run for it with Achane. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Achane.
I missed the fuck up. I missed that damn tackle right here.
2nd and 2. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he's going to lose you.
Oh, your ass, boy.
Backed up to the 25. For the faithful.
That's why you're wanting on the E on your ass.
Santa Clara. This is 3rd down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
Oh, man.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Then I get fouled.
The Niners are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 93 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Yes.
And this is caught, Jennings. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. McCaffrey going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Right here. That's it right here.
Purdy now.
That's it right here. I told you. Oh, hell no.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Shotgun now with Purdy. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late games here as they throw for a late touchdown. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.
Okay, it's me and my kinfolk. Cat, that is my MO. 925, my area code. Don't give a what you been. Shared AG, put her friend. They want a lot, not a little. I get something. Give me something. What you gonna do for that end zone? I'm in the end zone, rocking that Kenzo. My Kindle beneath those triple pack. I need a pack and a half. I broke up my man's a stack and a half. I told my mama I'm bringing that bag. I got it. I'm back in. I'm on. I feel like candy.
Now 10. Say about 9 or 10.